Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Pepper. Good morning, Lauren. Wonderful to see you guys. Looks like Lauren's coming in from Daytona Beach. We are once again, looks like we are once again multi state with this call. And yeah, I hope that. I know that there's a pretty big storm headed down that direction there, Lauren. Although I think it's going to pass well to the west of you. Good morning, Jan. Wonderful to see you today. Anyways, yeah. So just hope that the weather holds out nicely for you, Lauren, as you're down there in Florida. Anyhow, the question of the day is, what is your greatest resource? And it's a really fascinating question that I actually was asked once at at like a business retreat, and we'll get into my answer soon enough. But Dan says his greatest resource is Stacy, that he could not do better. That is such a sweet thing to say about Stacy, and she's a very powerful lady there, Dan. So you did well. Anyways, she did well also, just so you know. Uh, yeah, you're quite the powerful person yourself. Anyways, let's see here. So yeah, we are here to say some nice things about ourselves. I'm gonna pull a card off the top of my deck. I'm gonna ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are gonna respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do this, we're going to be building into our own lives, and we're going to be changing up our own experiences. Jan says her greatest resource is her alignment with herself. What a wonderful wonderful resource that is. When we are congruent, inside of ourselves, then we are more likely to make choices that are long term beneficial for us. Great answer, Jan. Anyways, guys, let's pull this card, and I'm yeah, and say that today I am resourceful. I am resourceful. My solutions are expedient and effective. So I am resourceful. My solutions are expedient and effective. Are you resourceful? You are resourceful. Your solutions are expedient and effective. So I'm going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you to do the same thing. So I am resourceful. My solutions are expedient and effective. All right, got that. All right, so indeed I am resourceful today. My solutions are expedient and effective. I've written that down in the comments. And yeah, the imagery that's on this card, which is once again another card that was made by Pepper. This is this is ivy, and ivy is, you can see it crawling up the side of any building. If you let it, it will crawl straight up the side of your house or straight up the side of a wall. Ivy is always looking for the sun, and it will grip onto whatever it can grip onto in order to get a little bit closer to the sun. And so ivy is very that's an expedient solution. It's not a common thing for a plant to do. And so let's talk a bit more about my question of the day, which was, what is your greatest resource? I think about one of my greatest resources is the fact that I just don't quit. I mean, for me, persistence is a crazy good resource, because when I decide that I would like something, I just continually move forward on that thing over and over and over again. And no man is defeated until they admit it. And so we must admit defeat before we can have it. And so it is with success as well. If we don't admit defeat for long enough, we will succeed. And I found that that's true in my life repeatedly. Every time that I decide that I'm going to do something, and I stick with it, I succeed at it, and I oftentimes succeed beyond my own expectations. And how cool that is. And so I am resourceful, and you are resourceful as well. So I was at a business conference, and one of the questions came up was, "What is the greatest resource?" And people talked about a lot of different things, but the point that the presenter was trying to make was that the greatest resource is resourcefulness, is understanding what our resources are, because when we understand what our resources are, we can leverage them effectively. We have lots of different resources in our lives. We have resources of time resources. We have monetary resources. We have energy resources. We have lots of different resources that we have to balance. We also have lots of different things that are pulling us in multiple directions. Being organized is a resource. And so as we work through the things that we desire to do, and we pull from the resources that we have, knowing what those resources are is a tremendously valuable resource. Just like the way that the ivy knows that it has a wall to climb up, and that's a resource, and it has ground in which to root, and that's another resource. And the ivy must decide at any given moment, is it going deeper into the ground or is it going higher up the wall? Where is it going? What does it need? Where is the greatest benefit to be found? And so it is with us as well. We have lots of resources available to us, and yet we only have so much time in the day to leverage those resources. And so which one do we leverage and when? And so our solutions are expedient and effective. Expedient because we use what's available to us at the time to make things work, and effective because our solutions bring forth the desired outcomes. And being resourceful is a tremendously valuable asset to us. So today, let's make sure that we take a look at our resources. Let's make sure that as when something comes up that we need to solve, that we are using the correct resource, that we are using the correct stuff in order to solve that problem. Because all of us have lots of different resources available to us, and to the degree that we use the correct one for any given situation, to that degree are we resourceful people. So I'm resourceful today. You are resourceful as well. I have a lot of different things that are available to me to accomplish the stuff that is most important to me. And Pepper brings up a real good point that that we are resourceful and connected. The connections that we have with each other are a resource. Networking is a very powerful thing that we do as human beings. We network with each other. We just kind of get to know each other. We learn to like and trust each other and know each other, and ultimately know each other's character. And when we know each other's character, then that helps us to make good decisions about how do we collaborate as teams, because in the end, it is our character that determines how effective we are at whatever it is we do, not necessarily our raw skill level. So I am resourceful, and you are resourceful too. And today, let's just kind of be on the lookout whenever we have a problem come up, or something happens that we're like, hey, we need to tap into or leverage a resource. Let's make sure that we are using the right ones, and let's take full stock of all the ones that we have available to us, including the resources of the people around us, the resources of the relationships that we've cultivated, the resources of the the monetary resources we've saved up, the time resources that we have. How have we devoted our time, and what does that what are the benefits and limitations of devoting our time in the way that we've chosen to do it? As we take an honest look at our lives, it gives us the ability to more intentionally put the puzzle pieces together in the right way, and in a way that helps us to achieve our biggest goals, the things that are most important to us. So I am resourceful today, and you are as well. And we are going to absolutely rock it at life today. All right, guys, I want to say thank you so much for being here. I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another one of these. Super excited. So the Pinterest board surpassed 9,000 monthly views yesterday. I was sitting at 9.06K the last time I checked it. And 9.08K now. So, yay, 9,080 people. Pepper's telling me about all the stats. So 9,080 people so far in the last 30 days have seen these cards, and then 687 just yesterday. How cool that is! How how amazing that that we can provide this empowering message to that many people, and not just my friends, but that many people that I don't know who they are. We have at least one incredible fan over there who's commenting on all kinds of stuff, and it's really exciting to see just these words having an impact in somebody else's life. So Pepper has been who has asked me to just mention that we are looking around for artist collaborators, people who would like to take these messages and put their own imagery behind them, and then ultimately have them featured on this call. So if you are an artist, if you know an artist, if you want to play around with these images, just let me know. Send me a private message, and I'll be happy to talk with you about it. Anyways, that is a resource that is available to you if you'd like to expand your art, and just one of the many resources that's available to all of us. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, I love you. I appreciate you. I think that you're amazing, and I believe that you are going to use all the resources at your disposal in order to make your life a better, make your life better, and the lives of the people around you better. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.